Vrishti IAS is pleased to bring you a program mastering mains answer writing targeting answer writing in civil services main examination. We will be alternatively covering GS papers 1, 2 and 3 through this program. For GS paper 4, please watch our program Ethics, Definitions and Concepts, and for your convenience the link for the program is mentioned in the description below. So, what is the structure of this program? We begin by looking at a question. Then we assign the question to a topic and understand its weightage. This is followed by on how to approach the question, structure of the answer, writing the actual answer, and we shall conclude by looking at questions asked in the previous year's examination. Let us look at the question we will be discussing in today's episode. Even though migrants add substantially to the economy, they are always not seen favorably by recipient states, critically examined. The question can be narrowed down to the topic, salient features of Indian society, that is part of GS paper 1. The weightage of the topic can be assessed from the graph displayed. So, how do we approach the question? In general, there are two things we must understand with respect to a question. A, the underlying theme of the question, and B, what is or are being asked about that theme. Now, let us look at the question again. Even though migrants add substantially to the economy, they are always not seen favorably by recipient states, critically examined. The underlying theme of the above question is migration. About this theme, we must discuss two things. One, the impact of migrants on the economy, and secondly, social issues due to migration. To answer the given question, let us first understand the meaning of the command word critically examine. Critically examine simply means to choose a stand on the topic, providing arguments with facts, examples in favor of your opinion. Now, let us focus on how to structure the answer. The first part of the answer will be the introduction of the answer, which will include the definition of migration. The second part of the answer, that is the body, will be divided into two parts for this question. One, the impact of migrants on economy, and two, reasons why migration is not seen favorably by recipient states and cities. Lastly, in our conclusion, we will provide important steps that can be taken to address the challenges faced by migrants. Now, let us focus towards writing the actual answer. But before we proceed, we would like to make it very clear that the answer provided here is a representative answer, that is, how the actual answer may look like. It can be adapted or modified as per your own natural style of writing, whether paragraph form or short sentences or bullets or diagrams. We have also taken certain liberties with the word limit by including certain additional information in the answer for your comprehensive understanding. So, without much ado, we will write the answer as follows. Migration is the movement of people from one geographical area to another geographical area. It is caused by push and pull factors at the origin and destination that cover economic, socio-political and environmental areas. Now we focus on the impact of migrants on economy. To begin with, the positive impact. Boost in efficiency. According to the International Labour Organization, bulk of employment in the informal sector is economically efficient and profit-making. Thus, migration increases the efficiency of local businesses as well as it provides an income to migrants. A source of labor. Migration boosts the working age population as migrants arrive with skills and contribute to human capital development of recipient states. Source of remittances. Migrants send significant remittances to their home state, thus helping economic growth in poorer states. Leads to catch-up effect. Migration leads to remittances transfers and social capital transfer, thereby bridging inequality across the regions. It helps to improve the social life of people as they learn about new culture, customs and languages, which helps to improve brotherhood among the people. Migrants contribute more to taxes and social contributions than they receive in benefits. Public services can benefit from an influx of qualified staff, example, doctors and nurses. Now we focus on the negative impact. The loss of a person from rural areas impact on the level of output and development in rural areas. Pressure on public services such as schools, housing and healthcare. Gender imbalance, as it is usually more men who migrate. Migrant groups may not assimilate into local communities, which often creates social tension. Local people can miss out on jobs due to increased competition from migrants. Migration increases the slum areas in cities, which increases many problems such as unhygienic conditions, crime, pollution, etc. Migration is one of the main causes of increasing nuclear families where children grow up without a wider family circle. Next, we write about the social issues due to migration. Economic costs. As migration puts pressure on employment opportunities for unskilled native workers, discontent is bound to rise. For example, Trump's policy of hire American and buy American is an aftermath of inflow of migrants into the United States. Cultural causes. With migration, the linguistic and ethnic profile tends to change, which kind of creates anxiety in the local population, which at times is fed by populist anti-migrants rhetoric. Identity politics. The son of the soil discourse is propagated by political leaders to gain support from local people. This is another reason for migrants being unwelcomed. Uneven demography. Migration changes the population of a place. Therefore, the distribution of the population is uneven in India. So, in conclusion, we write, in India, 45.36 crore Indians, that is 37%, are migrants, but the nature of Indian economy is formal. 83% workforce is engaged in the informal sector, which adds to the woes of the migrant laborers. Therefore, it is necessary that governments manage migration carefully, and how? Through migration-centric policies, strategies, and institutional mechanisms that need to be developed in order to ensure inclusive growth and development. There is also a need to reduce distress-induced migration, thereby increasing India's prospects for poverty reduction and achieving sustainable development goals. The government needs to provide amenities and social securities for the migrant population, which is riddled with the issues of inadequate housing, low-paid, insecure or hazardous work, extreme vulnerability of women and children to trafficking and sex exploitation, etc. These policies will go a long way in resolving the issues of migrants. Now let us conclude by looking at some of the questions that have been asked in the previous year examinations. In 2019, the following question was asked. What makes the Indian society unique in sustaining its culture? Discuss. Do we have cultural pockets of small India all over the nation? Elaborate with examples. Are we losing our local identity for the global identity? Discuss. In 2018, the following questions were asked. Women's movement in India has not addressed the issues of women of lower social strata. Substantiate your view. Globalization is generally said to promote cultural homogenization, but cultural specificities appear to be strengthened in the Indian society. Elucidate. In 2017, the following questions were asked. In the context of the diversity of India, can it be said that the regions form cultural units rather than the states? Substantiate. The spirit of tolerance and love is not only an interesting feature of Indian society from early times, but playing an important role in present. Elaborate. In 2016, the following questions were asked. Has the formation of linguistic states strengthened the cause of Indian unity? To what extent has globalization influenced the core cultural diversity in India? Explain. In 2015, the following questions were asked. Describe any 4 cultural elements of diversity in India and rate their relative significance in building a national society. Discuss the trends of labor migration within and outside India in the last 4 decades. Discuss the positive and negative impact of globalization on women in India. In 2014, the following questions were asked. How does patriarchy impact the position of a middle-class working women in India? The life cycle of a joint family depends on economic factors rather than social values. discuss. And finally, in 2013, the following questions were asked. Discuss the causes of various problems which occurred during rapid urbanization in India. Critically examine the impact of globalization on the aged population in India. With this, we conclude today's session of Mastering Mains Answer Writing. Until next time, stay safe and thank you. To watch our videos in Hindi, subscribe to our Hindi YouTube channel Drishti IAS.